Hi there, it's Nicolette, and I am wishing you all really well. So, yesterday I had an appointment with my own therapist. It was generally a routine appointment, um, and we were talking about, the first thing I said to him is, "How are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, it's been busy, right?" Something like that, probably. And I said, "Well, it's time to help the helpers." And so we talked about that a little bit. And something he mentioned, he's affiliated with the EAP program, which is in the United States, it's the Employee Assistance Program. And he said, I'm affiliated with Wegmans' EAP program. And he was like, I'm surprised nobody's even contacted me yet. Like cashiers and stock people, people who are basically on the front lines, trying to make sure that people like you and I are surviving and getting enough food and dealing with their own level of stress. I mean, you know, um, the medical workers, the people in grocery retail, they are the forefront people. So I'm actually going to keep this one really short. And I am going to just say, please, if you are in a service type of industry, um, any kind of thing where you are an essential worker right now, grocery store, medical staff, um, even if you work in a hospital and you are part of like the non-medical side of things, like housekeeping, clerical, things like that, please check and see if you, part of your hospital or grocery store, or if you're a postal worker, probably who definitely have benefits if you're a postal worker, but please see if you have the employee assistance program. And this is really the time to take advantage of that, especially if you can tell in your own system, your body system, and your brain, this is not business as usual. And, you might be a little bit at the point of, how much more of this can I take? I can only imagine. I'm homebound due to my medical condition, so I'm not out there. I'm not out there seeing what it's like in the grocery store. I'm hearing about it and I see pictures online and things like that. So, if you work at a distribution center for, food products or household products, please check and see if your company will, um, if they have the EAP program. It stands for Employee Assistance Program. And what it is you get allotted a certain number of visits with a therapist. And I'm not sure if you can choose the therapist. I have not worked in many years, so I don't know what the guidelines are right now, but it may be worth it to reach out to somebody in your HR department and ask them, do we have EAP, Employee Assistance Program, and can I use that now? um, and then they are, quite likely to point you in the right direction. And if you don't have EAP, and if you are feeling like, wow, how much more of this can I take? I would encourage you to do some homework. If you feel like you need some extra support, do some homework and um, go on like Psychology Today. You can look up therapists on Psychology Today in your area and see if like a therapist, a psychologist, a social worker, somebody like that is willing to maybe work with you right now at a prorated level. Maybe somebody will even do it for free, for a few visits. But I bet if you reach out to a therapist and you say, I am scared to death, I really need help, would you be willing to talk to me one or two times prorated or for free. You have to ask, you have to try, because for the people who are out there right now working their butts off, so that people like myself and others can survive, I would just encourage you to look into this. So all the best. I will probably leave a little bit of information in the description, and I may pin a comment. So I'm probably forgetting something on this topic, but definitely Wegmans, from what my therapist told me yesterday, Wegmans has EAP. And I know most hospitals also have EAP. I would be surprised if they did not. So if you don't have like a very rigorous health insurance policy that would cover like therapy, the EAP program is in place to deal, to help employees who are dealing with workplace stress. And this is the time. So stay well, look after yourself, look after your mind, You got to keep it right now. You really have to, and you know what? I'm just going to say this like as human to human. If you can't, if you're feeling lost and you feel like you can't like do the self-care stuff perfectly, don't beat yourself up. This is a hard time. This is a very weird time. This is a very dramatic time. So give yourself a break, give yourself a break. If you're not, doing the things you normally would do perfectly, like if you're watching this video and you're thinking, oh yeah, that would be a great idea, but then you kind of like, I just can't deal with that right now. Then, you know what? Then you can't deal with it right now. Then just, wait and deal with it when you're ready. You'll know when you're ready. You'll know when it's time to make that call. So, so it's kind of a balance, be proactive for your health and your mental health, but also, give yourself a break if you just feel like it's just too much right now. So, yeah. I'm a believer in timing. So when the time is right and you need the help, I am a big believer in this, that you will probably reach out for it, or the right person will come to you, or you'll just be proactive like right now and make a call. So, I don't know what's best for you. This is just an information thing, and I know I didn't keep this as short as I hoped. So it's Employee Assistance Program. And I also know from having seen the news in Canada a few weeks ago is that Canada now has free therapy and counseling services for people with depression and anxiety, and this is the time. So take good care, and I will be back hopefully with some helpful resources for you. Okay, bye!